Welcoming you back for the third game of the day. That is the final game today of Bashundhara Sports City Dhaka League, powered by ACE 2024-25. And today the final game will be between Dettol Daredevils and Cricket Magnet. Where Dettol Daredevils, they have won the toss and they elected to bat first. In the previous two games, we saw teams batting second, one on both occasions. Definitely Dettol Daredevils, they want to change that. First ball from Mehraj. Upishly played into the gap, will be a boundary. That is a brilliant start. Prayas Mollik didn't quite come from the mid part of the bat. Also probably he wanted to play through that cover region. Nevertheless, he picked up a boundary, so I don't think he will complain much about that. It's a very good start for Dettol Daredevils. Will be a wide? Will it be a wide? Still waiting for the umpire signal. Yes, it will be a wide and it will be a boundary as well. 5 more runs. Not a good start from Mehraj Alom. Conceding a boundary in the first ball, then 4 wide runs, in fact 5 wide runs. So 9 runs off one ball. Dettol Daredevils off to a flyer. That is a good ball. And that's more like it. Yes, applauded by the fielders. It could happen. First ball of the game. Body not properly warmed up, maybe. So looseners here and there. Once again, good delivery, but it is important to get back to rhythm as quickly as possible. So after a boundary, 4 wides, then Mehraj Alom is trying to get back to his rhythm. Slowly starting to find the right channel. 2 dot balls on the trot. Make it 3 dot balls on the trot. Still a bit too wide for my liking, but it's working so far for him. He is getting a bit movement away from the right-handed batters, and that is why probably if he could pitch the ball more towards that off stump, that could cause more trouble for the batters. Last ball of the over. Another dot ball. This time the keeper misses, so a single. So not a too bad over after conceding 9 runs of the first ball. 10 without a loss. Well, 11 without loss. That is comedy of errors. Once again, the wicketkeeper was the guilty part. So finally the over ended with 11 on the board for no wicket. So lots of gifted runs we have seen in the first over. Wide goes for a boundary, then by runs, overthrows. This time Abu Nasser Siddiq gets off the mark. Goes big. There is protection out there in the square leg region. Nazmul Salikin, new bowler. That is a good ball. Played into the gap, will pick up a couple of runs. If we look at the field, the offside, we can see a deep third man, deep cover and long off. And in the onside, we can see a long on, a deep square leg and a deep fine leg. So ample of vacant spaces, opportunities to pick up those singles, doubles. As we saw in the previous ball, it was placed beautifully between that long on and deep square leg fielder. Wasn't hit hard, but easy 2 runs for the batters. That is a good ball once again. So you don't have to hit it really hard every time you want to bat. The second over ends 16 for no loss. So you don't really need to whack at it every time. Sometimes smart cricket, sensible cricket is enough, is more than enough to pick up runs. And that sensibility was shown on that occasion by Pras Mollik. Mehrez continuing after an eventful 11 runs over, though his bowling figures are showing 9. But 2 bye runs were also scored in the first over. Abu Nasir Siddiq. Onto the pad, straight to the fielder. Will be a single only. In the first game today, we saw team batting first, posted a score of 133, and that was chased down by the chasing team. Though the game went into the last over, but it was a relatively easier chase. Into the gap this time, that will be a boundary. We were talking about those vacant spaces, ample opportunities for the batters. Big gap left in that region. We saw in the first over the wicketkeeper struggling to collect the ball. Probably that is why the fine leg is very fine. If the keeper misses it, this time a big hit, and it will be a 6. The first 6 in this innings. So the batters, they are now gaining confidence. That was really a good shot. Bowled at a fuller length outside off stump and really picked up well. So we were talking about the field positioning. Upishly played again, but this time it won't reach the boundary. A couple of runs. So that fine leg fielder, he is fielding relatively in a straighter position, almost behind the wicketkeeper. End of the third over, 29 for no loss. 22 is the score of Pras Mollik so far, 11 balls. And in the first over, we saw the wicketkeeper struggled to collect the balls. And on the same delivery, he failed to collect the ball when the fielder threw the ball back at him. And probably that is the reason the fielding team has posted an extra fielder. If the wicketkeeper misses it, he is there to collect it. But doing that, they are leaving a huge gap between that fine leg and square leg, and that is the gap I was talking about. So the bowlers, they need to find the right lines as well to complement to that field positioning. You cannot bowl onto the pads leaving that extra gap, leaving that wide gap in that region. 33 already on the board. The Daredevils, DD, double Ds, they're playing with lot of ease. And also there is a third man posted. That is also relatively in a finer positioning. So big gap is there once again up in the air. Falls in no man's land. Will be another 2. Again, see, that is the gap I was talking. The third man, he is so fine, almost standing along the margin of that side screen. And then there is a deep cover. So huge gap, square of the wicket on both sides, but this time the fine leg moves more towards a squarer position up in the air. The bowler wanted it, but he never reached that. .37 for no loss. This is the 4th over. Well, finally that fielder comes into play outside edge, but I'm really not sure whether that is the right strategy or not, because how many times that fielder will be in action from that position. And the end of the 4th over, 38 for no loss. Wasif Zamir, the new bowler. Wow, placement. Talk about placement. The fielders were a bit slow as well, but placed beautifully by Abu Nasser Siddiq through that cow corner region. So Dettol Daredevils, they're flying at this moment. Cricket Magnet, they need to buckle up. They need to come back really strong. They need to pick up wickets. Upishly played, 1 bounce, 4. Poor delivery, full toss. It was a full toss. It was there to be hit. And the batter hit it really nicely into the vacant space as well. Abu Nasser Siddiq, 19 of 10. Once again, a floating delivery. Wanted the second there, Abu Nasser Siddiq, but Press Malik, he decided against it. Big appeal. And a late decision, a very late decision from the umpire. The finger is finally up. The fielders, they started to get back to their original positions. That decision came so late, and it almost dropped for the second time before it reached the batter. So very weird, unusual wicket fall, I must say. 47 for 1 after 4.4. So after that unusual wicket fall, Arman Salam is the new batter. Wasif Zamir, against the run of play, he picked up a wicket. That is a good ball. End of the 5th over, 47 for 1. Ashfaqul Haq is the new bowler. Bowled at a fuller length. So after 5.1, 47 for 1, there will be a change in the voices. Welcoming Sahaf.
Thanks, Sajjad. And just as I've arrived here in the commentary box, there is another lovely stroke from Abu Nasir Siddiq. Another boundary to his name. That's a good start from Dettol Daredevils, and a little bit sloppy from the bowling side. They have given away some easy runs, not very much consistent in the field. Oh, that was a pitch, but just wide of the bowler. Ashfaqul Haq with the ball. It's Dettol Daredevils up against Cricket Magnet. Cricket Magnet won the toss and decided to have a ball first. Not a very good start with the ball though. Oh, that was a very slow delivery. The batter had to wait and wait and wait to play that one. plays that one nicely in the end. Looks to cut that one, but misses that one completely there. Arman Salim. He faced only 2 deliveries, 6 completed, 52 for 1. Here we can see the bowling scorecard. 4 bowlers have been introduced so far, and the economy is not really good looking. 6 overs completed, 52 for 1. The run rate is stable enough, almost 9 runs per over, which is great. Even something above 8 runs per over, a score would be good enough to keep the batting side in the second innings under pressure. Using his feet down the ground, didn't time the ball as much as he intended. Couple of bounce and long off collects the ball. Wasif Zamir is the only wicket taker. It was an LBW. Flighted delivery off the back foot. Single taken. Again, using his feet, just single in the end. This is the third and the final game of the day. We had 2 more matches before this game, and in both of the matches the chasing team won. Let cut, that's running away, should be at least 2 runs. The outfield is not that fast, but it's fast enough to drive the ball into the fence for 4. So a very welcome boundary for Arman Salim. His first boundary. He's on 5 now of 4 deliveries. Seven done, 59 for 1. It's a lovely sunny afternoon here at Mirpur. We are live from City Club ground in the capital city of Dhaka. Sunny afternoon, some cool breeze. Way outside the off-stump, white ball signaled. Ashfaqul Haq comes back into the attack. 64-1 after 7 overs. Bowl him! Full and straight, and that's the big fish that departs. Dettol Daredevils lose both of their openers. It's 60-2. wasn't the quickest of deliveries. It was a slower one, but eventually the batter played completely down the wrong line, and he was aggressive. He was looking aggressive. He was intending to play big shots right from the start of his innings. But in the end, another success for Cricket Magnet. Imon Molla is a new batter in the crease, so two new batters are there. Should be hoping for some resilience. Off the back foot, tucks away for single, easy single taken. You're watching Bashundhara Sports City Last Man Stands Dhaka League, powered by Ace. This is the 5th match of the season, 6th match, correction, and this is the 3rd match of the day. Ashfaqul Haq is not the fastest of bowlers, but he is quite accurate. He can vary his pace, he can vary his line and lengths. Well, the keeper should have stopped that one. It was wide, of course, but it wasn't that wide. But the keeper, big fella, he dived to his left, but couldn't get that one. So it is the second wide of this over, plus of course it is a 4 wide, so the batter has been awarded 7 runs. Slower delivery to finish off this over. 69 for 2. Last man stands. It's a different way of playing cricket. Features some critical rules which are very challenging for the batters and the bowlers as well. For example, as we can see, it's an 8-a-side game, so the fielders are allowed to stay at the edge of the boundary line. Not allowing the batters to go for maximums in every single delivery. Although yes, it is a 360-degree field. So yes, unless or until if you're hitting a aerial shot straight to the fielder, you will most likely survive. Rakibul Kabir into the action. It's his first over. There are some other critical rules of last man stands, as you have already seen, that the first wide of an over will not be counted as a delivery. Just like this one, this is the first wide of this over. It won't be counted as a delivery, just like the traditional rule. But the batter will be rewarded 1 run. But the second wide is something interesting. That's well bowled, maintaining the stump corridor. In the second wide, it will be counted as a delivery. Plus, of course, The batter. That's well played, but straight to deep extra cover. So if you bowl a second wide or any more following wides, the batter and the batting team will be awarded 3 runs, but it will be counted as a delivery. Nine done, 72 for 2. So yes, as I was talking about the white ball rule, it can be sometimes very much controversial. I heard a couple of groundsmen today saying that, you know, suppose just one ball remaining, 5 runs needed, and the bowler decided to deliver a wide intentionally, so that goes down the leg side. So the batter will be awarded 3 runs, but ultimately they will lose the match. And if he bowls a wide, the batter will most likely not be able to connect the ball, or even if he connects, he might not get a sweet connection, so it won't go for a 6. So yes, in those sort of cases, a white ball can be a match winner, according to the groundsman. But I want to clear this out to them and to you guys as well, is that in the last over, this case doesn't work. You have to bowl all 5 legal deliveries in your last over to keep this game alive. You cannot afford to get away by bowling extra deliveries. But that works only in case of last over, not in case of other overs. New bowler introduced, Said Tanvir Ahmed into the attack. Shorter delivery, goes downtown, and that's poor effort in the deep. Very poor effort. Should have been stopped. A dive, or even if he could reach the ball with his hands, not his feet, just lean down, use your hand, nothing difficult. Another boundary gifted away. So Imon Mullah gets his first 4 runs. 76 on the board. Goes again big this time. But this time the fielder is much straighter, so didn't have to move a long distance to cut that one off. Another single taken. So yeah, as I was saying that, this white ball rule, and I've already cleared confusion about the last over. But yes, suppose you are being way too much expensive. Down the ground, straight to long off. Suppose I'm bowling and I'm bowling to way too much poor, and I have conceded 4 sixes in 4 of my deliveries. Now I won't in the gap, but they're okay with a single. But yes, if I concede 4 sixes in a row in one of my overs, and then I will be in a fear that I might concede another 6 in the last ball of the over as well, then it might get. I would definitely try my best not to have that 6 as well. So I can easily bowl a wide, or probably 2 wide. So if I bowl 1 wide, the batter will be rewarded 1 run. And then if I bowl another wide, it will be counted as a delivery, and the batter will also be rewarded 3 runs. So I'm giving away 4 runs in the last delivery in this case. And that's how I'm avoiding being hit for 5 sixes in a row, or all the ball I've bowled in an over are put for a maximum. I'm avoiding this situation. Shot. That's flat, and that's gone all the way for a maximum. What a shot that is. He went down on his knees. Imon Mullah And Rakibul Kabir straight away being hit for a maximum. He went down on his knee once again, but on this occasion, he missed the ball completely. Interesting fielding setup. Yes, that's been put away for 4, and this is the reason why I've said that interesting fielding setup. There is mid wicket in place, deep cow corner, and long on is a lot straighter, so there is no deep square leg or deep fine leg, so the batter can easily sweep a ball away for 4. So a pretty weird fielding setup, and the similar thing we can see on the offside. Though in the offside there is a deep point, but there is no deep backward point or third man, so the batter can easily cut anything away for 4 as well. Goes straighter and gets a single. 11 done, 91 for 2. And Mr. Sajjad is going to join the commentary box.
Thank you so much, Sahaf. Oh, once again misfielding, and once again a boundary. That has been a regular feature for Cricket Magnet since they have taken on the field. Not the best fielding efforts by the whole team. Dettol Daredevils. Oh my goodness. What happened there? I'm speechless. I'm totally speechless. That was a straightforward chance. That wasn't even traveling quickly. Lapse in concentration, maybe? Probably that is how we should put it. Now there is a change of fielders. The square leg fielder has been placed to long on now. But this is not good mentally for the fielders. And usually when you are having a bad day, the ball tends to follow you. Hundreds up with that single. Only in the 12th over. 11.3 overs, 100.2. So definitely the Dettol Daredevils, they are going well. That will be a wicket, yes. Finally someone fielding at long on holds on to a one. Imon has to depart for 9. 3 down for 100. Dettol Daredevils. We have seen dreadful misfielding in that long on region, and then the fielders were replaced, swapped, I should say, with that mid-wicket square leg fielder. And then the new fielder there, he almost juggled twice or thrice, and then he hold on to that catch. Nevertheless, the third wicket is gone now. That is the most important line for Cricket Magnet. Jobar Hossain is the new batter. wanted to cut it. Tanvir Ahmed bowling well. He ends his second over, 1 for 17, 100 for 3 after 12. Ashfaqul Haq starting a new over with a single from Arman Salam. He moves on to 37. Hundred and 1 for 3. $29 more deliveries to go. That will be wide, the first one in this over. The first one goes to the batter. The ball is also not counted, but you cannot bowl another wide in this over. That will be a boundary. Yes, I took my time because I anticipated a misfielding. I'm very sorry because I'm having to say that. I shouldn't maybe. But that is the fielding display. Cricket Magnet. They're showing us poor, absolutely poor. And the misfields they have done previously in this game, that was relatively a harder one compared to those. Good ball from Ashfaqul Haq. 106 for 3. The body language is not looking very positive for Cricket Magnet fielders. They know that they are not having a great day out in the field. But you still have so many overs to go, one entire innings to go in this game. Up in the air, the bowler wants it and he drops it. He was in his follow through, had to change his course of his run up, move towards the left, not the natural side. But yes, it should have been taken. Nevertheless, again up in the air. This time it doesn't reach the long on fielder. At the end of 1307 for 3. Yes, misfields can happen. You can have a bad day at the office. But the game is not over yet. Still 5 overs, that is 25 deliveries to go in this innings, and then they have to bat as well. So you cannot show any sort of negativity on the field through your body language. This is not very good from Cricket Magnet. The body language is not great. The shoulders are dropping. Slight delay in the game. The batter asking for a cap instead of a helmet. Rakibul Kabir greeted with a 6. That is a serious hit from Zubair Hussain. It was in the slot, yes, but he hit it really well. 6 to start the over. Single to follow. Yeah. Thankfully, this time the fielder carried off. 114 for 3. So really good start to the over for the batting team. Dettol Daredevils. They are looking for a big target, probably in excess of 140. Oh, flighted, enticing the batter to go over the top. He went as well, Arman Salam, but missed it. Missed the flight of the ball. Rakibul Kabir. This time he connects, and he connects brilliantly. The sound of the bat was suggesting us where the ball was heading to, towards that long on boundary. The second over boundary, second 6 in this over. Rakibul Kabir has been expensive in this over. Still a ball to go. Once again, he wanted to hit it out of the park, but it was way outside of stump, so that was called a wide. So this was the first wide of this over. So yes, the ball is not counted. So the last ball yet to go. Wanted to play that inside out shot, inside part of the bat, and it went to that long on region. So finally the 14th ends 122 for 3.
Just 4 overs remaining in this innings. The run rate is steady. The projected score is 157. And could this be the highest score of the tournament so far? So far, the highest score in this tournament is 138 in 18 overs. And now it is just 16 runs short. Both of the batters are well settled. They are playing well. Arman Salim is on 45 of 25 deliveries. After scoring 5, he will reach to his half century, and of course he have to depart. White ball signaled. Ashraful Haq is back with his ultimate over. One of the successful bowlers for Cricket Magnet so far. That's a poor delivery, drifting down leg that will hit the rope for a boundary. You can't bowl there. Four more runs. That's cut away. That's gonna be another boundary. 2 fours in a row. That's brilliant batting. .131 on the board. And of course, Arman Salim reaches to his half century of 28 balls. A very well compiled half century. He has played numerous slog sweeps out of the ground for maximums. He went down the ground numerous times. He plays the ball to perfection. He times the ball to perfection. And he receives appreciation from his teammates. So with back-to-back 2 boundaries, the projected score has increased to 164, and we have a new batter now in the crease. It's a left-hander, so there's going to be a left-hand right-hand combination for the last 3 overs. There's a big gap between deep backward square leg and deep cover, and the leg side as well. Oh, that's a brilliant comeback. That's the ball that we expect from Ashfaqul Haq. He is not the quickest of bowlers, so he must have extra bit of accuracy in his bowling. Just put the ball in the right area and the ball will do the rest. Edged, thick outside edge, and go straight to the fielder for a single. Oh, what a swing that is! Over deep mid wicket for a 6. This time it's Jobai Hussain. 15 done, 138 for 3. Changing bowling now, spinner comes back into the attack. It's Mehraj Alam. He has been expensive as well. 2 overs, 2 for 22. Just 15 deliveries remaining. 3 overs means 15 deliveries remaining in this innings. And already 138 on the board. Just to remind you that 138 has been the highest run score, highest first innings score so far in this tournament. Oh, that's sloppy from the wicketkeeper. And another single gifted away. That was a good delivery, a slower one. The batter couldn't judge the speed of the ball, so he missed that one. But the wicketkeeper missed as well. 139 for 3. Another run added to the board. It's been a hard working day for the groundsmen, for the scorer. They have been changing the scores oftenly, and in fact in every single deliveries. Thanks to the groundsmen, the outfield is fast enough. The pitch is also providing equal facility for the batting side and the bowling side as well. Just a single taken. They should have come back for the second. At least in some sort of situations when you have only 10 balls or 12 balls remaining in this innings, you should take risks when you're running. They're running hard this time. 2 is the call. Yes, they're coming back for 2, and that's very sloppy in the field. I think he looked very clueless in the deep and allows the batter to reach for the second run quite comfortably. 16 done, 144 for 3. Message from Dettol Daredevils team management is absolutely clear. Take 20 more runs of the last 10 deliveries in this innings. And for someone like Jobair Hossain, it's quite possible. Last 2 overs in this innings, it is of course power play 2, so the fielding side can allow to have 2 fielders in one of the sides and 4 players in the other side of the field, or they can keep it 3-3. It's their choice, and in this case, oh dear, what has he done, the wicketkeeper? He uses his feet, he came down the track against the spinner, he misses the ball, but he is not stumped. That's surprising. There was no attempt as well. In the gap, at least 2 is the call. Again, some footwork. This time they did well. Two run taken. And yes, they are capitalizing the power play facilities. 4 fielders on the leg side. Oh, that was meant to be hit away. That was a very slow delivery. Give the ball a lot of air, no turn at all. But unfortunately for the batter, he couldn't get the connection. Down the pitch again, no connection at all. 2 is the call once again. They're running hard, and yes, they will make it quite comfortably. 2 runs taken. That's good running between the wickets. They could have gotten some couple of more 2 runs. They missed out on those opportunities. They were running slow before the start of this over. Cut away, that's in the gap, and that goes for 4. In fact, there is no fielder in the deep. That's a very interesting fielding setup. If you look into the offside region, there is only a long off and a deep cover. There is no deep point, no deep backward point, no fine leg, no nothing. So all you need to do is to just punch away, slap away, cut away, or just guide away in order for you to get a boundary. And that's what he does. 17 down, 152 for 3. Mehraj Alam is back with the final over. 3 overs, none for 28. And if you look into the field, 3 players on the offside. Good shot in the gap. And couple of bounce into the fence for 4. So boundary of the very first ball. This time is the left-hander, Nahid Ali Jitu. He found the gap perfectly. That's a good delivery. Oh, in fact, that's a very good delivery. Cleaned him up. The leg stump goes for a toss. And that's the ideal delivery that we all require as a bowling side. Mera Jalam, you need to bowl 3 more of this. 156 for 4. So new batter Johirul Islam Sujon taking guard now. You have got only 3 more deliveries remaining, and it's 156 on the board. Some fielding changes are being made. Fine leg. It's quite fine art. That's edge away. Just a single though. Again, an interesting fielding setup in the leg side. Long on, deep cow corner, and fine leg is lot finer. So there's a big gap, huge gap in the leg side. Just swivel around. At least 2. Should be at least 2. Yes, very comfortably. So last ball of this innings will be coming up, and it will be Jobair Hossain on strike. 31 of 17 deliveries. Just to remind you once again that if you hit the last ball for a maximum, you will be awarded 12 runs. Wins far across, couldn't get the connection. 2 is the call still, and yes, they're coming back for the second. Is there going to be a run out? No, there is not. So 2 more runs added to the scorecard. 161 for 4. And what a great total that is. From just 18 overs, they managed to score this amount of runs. As we can see that both of the almost all of the bowlers were too much expensive. For the loss of only 4 wickets, they managed to score 161 runs in their 18 overs. And as you can see that Arman Salim has been the highest scorer for the team, and secondly it's Jobair Hossain scoring 33 of 18 deliveries. The openers created a nice solid foundation. Both of the batters played fairly well enough, and in their 18 overs they managed to score 161 for 4. The bowling hasn't been up to the mark. Definitely they have given away plenty of runs, resulting in this innings to be the highest run scoring first innings so far here in this tournament. 161 on the board, and in order for Cricket Magnet to win this match, they have to chase down 162 in their 18 overs. Definitely not easy, never easy. 18 overs consists of 90 deliveries only in LMS, so it's gonna take way too much effort to chase this down. Alright, so the groundsmen are clearing the pitch, and we're gonna take a short break now. Don't go anywhere, as the second innings coming soon.
Hello and welcome everyone. This is Shajat Udas and we are welcoming you from Mirpur City Club Mart, City Club Field, Bashundhara Sports City Dhaka League powered by ACE. This is the last game of the day where Dettol Daredevils they won the toss, elected to bat first and posted a mammoth total 161 for 4 in 18 overs. So cricket magnet, they need to bat really well. They need to bat extremely well to get those 162 runs to win this first game. It will not be an easy task because they are also up against a formidable bowling lineup. But you never know. Cricket is a game of glorious uncertainties. So the first ball, we are all set for the second innings. Johirul Islam Sujon, Mehraj Alam on strike. Guided towards the third man region for a single. So they are off the mark. Cricket magnet. Three fielders on the offside, three fielders on the on. We can see a long off, deep cover, and third man in the offside. Long on, deep square leg, and a deep fine leg on the onside. So pretty traditional field placing. That will be wide. Good take by the wicketkeeper, yes, I must say. So the first wide will cost only a single, but he has to bowl that ball again. Wanted to make some room. Sulaiman Shamim, probably he moved too much towards that leg side and he had to reach to the ball. He couldn't. Was that an edge? I thought I heard something. This is a beautiful over by Sujon. Single run of the bat of Mehraj Alam. That was the first ball of the over. Then he considered a wide only, 2 runs. That will be a boundary. Outside edge once again, looking for making some room there. Managing an outside edge only, and that went fine for 4 runs. So end of the first over, 6 for no loss. Cricket magnet. So a boundary to end the first over. That took the score to 6 for no loss. Cricket magnet. Will be a single. Will be a double. The fielder did well initially to stop the ball. He hit his knee as well. Probably hurt himself a bit. An awkward bounce he experienced. That is why that ball hit his knee. But then the cleaning up job was not as tidy as he expected. Interesting bowling action from Imon Malha. A bit of wrong-footed action. That's very interesting to see. Look at that. Watch closely his steps. Now, very interesting, and that was a good ball. That was a very good ball. It was going towards the right-handed batter, and Imon Mullah, he's reminding me of the likes of maybe Chris Harris from New Zealand. He was a decent all-rounder for New Zealand, played for New Zealand. Will be a bye run. The wicketkeeper failed to collect that ball properly. This has been a good over from Mullah. Couple of runs in the first ball, then a bye run only. Last ball coming up. So Dettol Daredevils, yes, they haven't picked up a wicket yet, but they are managing the run rate. They are keeping the run rate in check. Wild swing. Had no idea about the pitch of the ball, about the line of the ball, resulting in no connection. After the end of the second over, it's 10 without loss. Will be wide. The keeper couldn't collect properly once again, conceding a bye run. So a couple of runs to start the third over. Good comeback. Very good comeback. Hint of a way swing. Slight hint of a way swing from the right-handed batter. From Sujon. Bowled a brilliant first over. Uppishly played. Will be a couple of runs. Very good running between the wicket. That is away from the fielder, and that is way over the top as well. The first 6 of the innings. Miraz Alam, probably not the most convincing shots out there, but it was enough to earn him 6 runs. So Miraz Alam, he is trying to get a move on now, and he has to do it. He has to do it pretty quickly. Remember, the target is not a small one, 162. Again, that is a very, very good delivery. Remember, this is an 18-over game, and each over has 5 balls only in it. So it is a 90-ball game. 15 already done and dusted. That means after 3 overs, 24 no loss, the score. Beg your pardon, that was the last ball. So after 3 overs, it's 21 for no loss. 21 for no loss after 3. The last over was a productive over for Cricket Magnet. Now they need to continue the good work they did in the last over, especially Mehraj. Good ball, very good ball. Extra bounce. That is very interesting to see. The pitch has offered something to the bowlers all day long. In the first game we saw Lioness Cricket Club, they won the toss and they elected to field first. And after that, in the next 2 games, including this one, the toss winning captain elected to bat first. I beg your pardon, in this game, yes, Dettol Daredevils, they elected to bat first. Cricket Magnet won the toss, they elected to field first. Good fielding, very good fielding. That was traveling really quickly. Sulaiman Shamim, he is struggling a bit, already played 9 balls for 8 runs only. He also needs to get a move on. 162 runs are not gonna come from one end only. In comparison to him, Mehraj is looking a bit better. In the last ball, just opening the face of the bat, guiding it towards the third man region. We hardly could see anything played into the V zone. Also credit to the bowlers as well. This time played uppishly. The fielder is interested. Oh, maybe he took it too much casually and he spills it. So another drop chance added to the list of poor fielding in this game. 25 for no loss after 4 overs. .25 for no loss after 4 overs. The previous over we saw a drop chance. We saw a number of dropped catches, a number of misfieldings in this game. Especially from Cricket Magnet when they were fielding. They were pretty ordinary. Nothing is happening for Cricket Magnet. Yes, they have all wickets intact, but it doesn't really matter because the record run rate is creeping higher and higher. Upish replayed will be a single only. 136 needed. 135 now needed of 68 balls. Singles will not do these runs. Missed. He lost his shape. Wanted to come down the wicket and whack it over. Initially, probably he targeted the leg side, but then he had to adjust according to the line of the ball. Again, awkwardly played, but this time will be a single.
এই দুইটার মধ্যে কোন একটা নতুন
Again a single. The Daredevils don't mind these singles. End of the fifth over, 29 for no loss. And let's welcome Sahaf into the commentary box.
Five overs, 29 without loss. Haven't lost any wicket so far, Cricket Magnet. But they should keep in mind that they need 133 more runs of 65 balls. The run rate is already more than 10 runs per over. Both of the batters are still there in the crease, but no one has got the acceleration yet. Changing bowling, MD Jobair Hussain into the attack. He has batted very well. Now he has got some responsibilities with the ball. Three fielders in the leg side, three fielders in the offside. Swing and a miss. He has to re-bowl that one again. Just misses his line. That's good bowling. Mehraj Alam, not the tallest guy in the world, and suddenly struggling against the bouncers. Yet again. 3-dot deliveries on the trot. Big appeal and gone. Jobair Hussain got the first breakthrough. Cricket Magnet lose their first. That's a good catch. Taken. And Cricket Magnet 30 for 1. Shot. Found the gap. And I reckon that should have been stopped. Little bit more effort. Probably a dive could have done the trick. But a very welcome boundary. 6 completed, 34 for 1. Aerial, but in the gap. 2 is the call. And that's sloppy in the field. So 4 runs to start off the 7th over. That was a nice try in the field. Good effort. But just couldn't cling on till the end. We had 3 games today. First game was between Brand Sports and Linus Cricket Club. Catcher is the call, but that's far away from the fielder. And umpire's gonna have a look, of course. Probably he has saved at least a couple of runs. No, just a single taken. He has saved 3 runs for his team. That's well done. Flicked away. That's in the gap as well. And that's gone for 4. That raced away for 4. That's not good bowling, to be very honest. He must adjust his line and length much more properly. You cannot afford to bowl in his legs. These are just easy pickings. These are just gifting runs away. On the pads once again. This time there's a man in the deep. The deep square leg fielder cuts that one off. Just a single taken. So Brand Sports, in their 18 overs, they managed to score 132 runs on the board. In reply, Linus Cricket Club did very well. They almost never lost a wicket. Going aerial in almost every single deliveries. Seven done, 45 for 1. Cricket Magnet really need to accelerate their run rate if they want to start this season with a flourish. They didn't have a very good season last time. So in the first match, Linus Cricket Club won that match comfortably by 6 wickets this time. That flew off the edge and raced to the fence for 4. So lucky boundaries. Third man goes slightly finer. Makes some room for himself. So just a boundary in this over and 3 dot deliveries. Big appeal and gone. Look to cut that one away, but there was a slight nick and the keeper takes a simple catch. Umpire raises his fingers straight away. Mushfiq Nitol made no mistake. And after 8, it's 49 for 2. The wicketkeeper batsman Abdullah comes into the crease. He's in the non-striker's end right now. High in the air but landed safely. Off the mark straight away. Ooh, it was just, how did the ball miss the stumps? Just inches away from the stumps. The second match of the day was held between Kumilla Vipers and 96ers. Winning the toss, 96ers decided to field first. Big shot in the gap. 4 runs. That was 4 from the moment the ball left the bat. Good shot. You need plenty of more of these. At least 1 boundary per over. Last ball coming up. He's that one hard. That's very well fielded in the deep. So a single to finish off the 9th over, 56 for 2. Let's have a look at the batting scorecard. 21 is the highest score, but that too is a runnable innings. And none of the other batters have got themselves into a good rhythm. Saeed Tanvir Ahmed is looking slightly good. 7 balls he has faced and scored 15 runs. Nine overs completed. We are halfway through the second innings. The bowlers are changing the bowling end and some fielding adjustments are being made in the middle. Shafiqul Alam back into the attack. 3 overs, none for 22. He is bowling his last over straight away early on in this innings. It's gonna be Abdullah on strike. Goes big. Now how big is this? Not big enough, of course. Fell well short of the fielder and just a single in the end. We are live from City Club ground, Mirpur. This is a cricket club and a football club for the teenagers and the junior kids. They are practicing in the outer side of the field. Easily guided that one away for an easy single. .104 required of 43 balls. Come on, at least show some intentions of chasing the target. In the deep for a single. Goes aerial and finds the gap. Has he? No. Another single taken. Last ball of this over coming up. The second match was held between Kumilla Vipers and 96ers. 96ers winning the toss, deciding to field first, and their intentions were clear. They got early wickets and they restricted the opposition to just 124 runs. And then they chased 125 runs almost quite comfortably if we skip the part of the end when they lose too many wickets in quick rates. Parvez Mullik with his final delivery hits straight down the ground and well fielded in the deep. 10 overs completed. It's 61 for 2 and there will be a change in the commentary box.
Thank you, Sahaf. Nothing is happening. This innings is going nowhere, to be honest. Well, something has happened. An outside edge and a boundary. Tanvir Ahmed goes into the 20s, 22 of 11 balls. Nicely played into the gap once again. The fielder will cut that off. No, he will not. Perfectly placed. So this is a good start into this over. Back-to-back boundaries from the first 2 balls. Now this over, the batters, they must make it big. This is an opportunity they got. 2 boundaries from the first 2 balls. 3 more balls to go. They need to make it at least 14-15 runs over. Good comeback. Good comeback from Shujon. This is his 3rd over. A bit expensive compared to the context of the game. This time once again goes big. The 3rd boundary. Finally some intent has been shown by a batter from Cricket Magnet. Tanvir Ahmed, that was a very, very good shot. Except the first boundary, which came off that outside edge. The next two was pretty controlled by the batter. That is the fourth boundary. This is brilliant. Sixteen of this over after 11, 77 for 2. An expensive over from Shujan, the previous one, 16. He gave away in that over. A much needed one for Cricket Magnet. 77 for 2 after 11. They require 85 more from 35 balls. This will be a very, very difficult job. Tanvir Ahmed trying his best. 34 of 15 balls. Not enough boundaries. The strike rotation was also not very good. Slight delay in the game. Something is wrong with the protective gear of Tanvir Ahmed. He is signaling towards his dugout, asking someone to fix this. So we are all set to resume now. After a slightly elongated delay, the batter changed his shoes. Probably got a new pair of shoes which will be more comfortable to run. Abdullah, he needs to go big. Will be a single only. Yes, at least he tried. 3 more balls remaining in this over. Tanvir Ahmed, he hit 4 boundaries in the previous over. Goes big, but this time he couldn't find the gap. Single only. So this is a very good over from Prayas Malik. Considered only 7 from 1.3 overs. Good catch. Very good catch. That was hit hard. Coming down the wicket. Abdullah was the batter. Into the follow through, Prayas Malik reacted well to the situation. And those balls, they stuck into the hands. However, Abdullah has to go now. 79 for 3, Cricket Magnet. So another wicket is gone for Cricket Magnet. Very, very difficult job in hand. 83 required of 31 balls. 82 of 30. End of 12th. 80 for the loss of 3 wickets. Single to start the new over. Tanvir Ahmed has been away from the strike. He needs to get back and he needs to get back to that hitting form. A couple of overs ago he was in, hit 4 boundaries. 4 balls in this over remaining, and they all need to go for a boundary now. Boundary or a 6. Maybe a couple of 6, a couple of boundaries. Played uppishly, played into the gap. That will be a boundary. Yes. That is the medicine required. Cricket Magnet, they are going down, but you are going down, go down swinging. You never know what might happen. This time he failed to connect. Tanvir Ahmed on 39. If he could reach the 50, he must retire. But he needs to reach to that 50 run mark with the next 3 or 4 deliveries max he faces. Otherwise there's no point of hanging in there. He is playing a good knock here into the 40s of 19 balls only. But he had no support, absolutely zero support whatsoever from that other end. When you are chasing a mammoth total of 162, this cannot be a single man's job, especially in this format of the game where A single man has to retire after he reaches 50. End of the 13 over. Tanvir will remain away from the strike after 13, 87 for 3. Top edge will be single only. Tanvir Ahmed will be back on strike, but I don't think Dettol Daredevils, they are also very worried about that, because Tanvir Ahmed, he is on the verge of retiring, to be very honest. He is on 40 now. That is aerial, that is into the gap, will be a couple of runs. Oh, a direct hit or a better throw could have been a very different story for the non-strikers' end. 42. Dettol Daredevils, probably they will not be very unhappy at this moment. With that single, Tanvir moves to 43, and he, at most, he probably could score 10 more runs, assuming that he hit a boundary after reaching 49. But the requirement is 71 from 22 balls. So yes, that will not be enough. At least two batters, they needed to score 50 or more. And maybe some contributions from a few more batters. But apart from Tanvir, no one could score anything. So the 14th over ends 93 for 3. For now, I'm handing the mic over to Sahaf for the last 4 overs.
Only 4 overs remaining. Just to remind you that Cricket Magnet are chasing a target of 162 runs on the board. They need to chase down, but they haven't even crossed 100 runs. And the 15th over is about to be commenced. 20 more deliveries remaining and 69 more runs required. Tanvir Ahmed is the only batter who batted with positive intentions so far in this innings. He's on 45 of 23 balls now, striking at almost 200. For now, Cricket Magnet would be eyeing on reducing the distance. Even if not possible to go over the line, just lessen the distance. A short appeal. Umpire says no. In the meantime, they crossed the crease one time. That means 1 run added to the scorecard. The bowler made a desperate dive, but oh dear, oh dear. Again, sloppy fielding in the deep. And that almost ran away for 4. Straight again. Long on in position. Collects the ball. 98 for 3. Just 15 deliveries left in this match. That's fly off the edge towards third man for a single. Tanvir Ahmed on strike now. Correction, he's off strike now with that single. In the gap, they're running hard. 2 should be the call. Yes, they're coming back for the second. $100 up on the board. 101 for 3 in the 16th over. Goes aerial in the gap. Well fielded. Tanvir Ahmed on strike, 3 runs short of his 50. He goes big this time and has gone all the way for 4. That's brilliant batting. 51 of just 27 deliveries. A very well compiled half centuries. He didn't get much support from his teammates, but it's a very good innings overall. Needed some more innings like that, but overall, he deserves appreciation from his teammates. He gets appreciation. And it's time for him to be exchanged by a new batter. Wasif Zamir replaces Tanvir. Straight back over the bowler's head. He had no timing on that, but he'll get a single anyways. 16 done, 107 for 3. Dot delivery to start off this over. 9 balls remaining, 50 more runs required. I particularly blame the bowling and especially the fielding of Cricket Magnet that allowed the batting side to get over 160 runs and put up a massive total, a mammoth total on the board. So psychologically, mentally, they are now far behind, and they will be happy by dealing singles only. Sloppy in the field, but it doesn't even matter. It's 53 off 7. Flicks away for just a single. Flicks again. They're running slow. They would be happy with a single. 17 done. 1-1-1 for 3. Last over coming up, and as usual, it's afternoon time here in City Club, Mirpur. So many crowds, particularly the youngsters from this club outside the field. They're having some training. A wonderful sight to see. A bunch of spectators as well, just like yesterday. On the pads, they're running hard. Are they going for the couple? Yes, they are going for the couple. And not a very good throw. A harder throw could have resulted in a different scenario. Four more deliveries remaining in this innings. In the air, but falls safely. Goes big, catch it is the call, but there is no one to catch the ball. Just one bounce into the fence for 4. Wasif Zamir. The bowler is Johirul Islam Sujon. He's one of the fewest bowlers to be that much expensive. He has already given away 14 runs in his 3.3 overs. Again, they're running hard for the second. They made it comfortably. 120 on the board now. Just one more delivery remaining. swing and a miss, and it's all over. With a comfortable victory, Dettol Daredevils beat Cricket Magnet by 41 runs. It's been a terrific performance with the bat and with the ball as well. Haven't got too many wickets, but that doesn't even matter. What actually matters is the victory. We are done with all 3 matches of the day. The players and the umpires are shaking hands. And what a day of cricket we have had. And just like the previous day, this is the 3rd match of the game, and in the 3rd match, there is a different scenario. The team batting first scored more runs and put up a nice, handsome total and defended that total comfortably. That's what we have got for today's game. And this week's game, we'll see you again in the next week, next Friday to be exact, with some more games and some more thrills. It's a goodbye for now, and wish you a very good evening.